Welcome back, everyone, to Orlando Out of Context. I'm Brian.
I'm Stephanie.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, girl.
It's good to be here. We have a little short episode for y'all. Just us today.
Yeah. We've been having a lot of guests lately. We've been heavy on the guests, which is great.
That means people are communicating with us and are being friendly, and
and anxious to talk about the things in their life.
We've recorded really 2 good episodes that we have in the can that are coming out later.
In the can.
So we are very excited. Last night we went to Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando 2019. We are so happy that we were nominated. Thank you to everyone who nominated us and then went ahead and voted for us. And congratulations to the winners. Yeah. And the winner was A Good Time with...
A mediocre time with Tom and Dan. And Full Frontal Nerdity
was second place.
And Scotch and Good Conversation
came in third.
And then in our minds, we came in fourth.
Stephanie said, I want to see the numbers. And yeah,
I'm just curious.
I would be curious too, just to see.
But we had a little moment of thanks on our way there in the car. We haven't been doing this for that long, but I feel that we have really gained some momentum. And I'm honored that we even were in the running.
That's right. Me too.
So
it's great that you guys are listening, and make sure you tell your friends.
We just want to add value to Orlando,
Keep telling your friends.
And 5 stars.
5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Really, we're not getting enough of those reviews. I would like to have a few more.
We're a little stagnant on reviews. So if you are listening on an Apple device, head over to Apple Podcasts and make sure to leave a review, because that's going to help us.
Oh, we wanted to shout out one of our listeners, Epic Thomas Life.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you remembered.
Hey. We've been having that in the back of our minds.
They are a husband-wife, and they are long time as in a year probably, listeners.
As far back as Orlando Out of Context goes.
They've been listening almost from the start.
Yeah, I think so.
So thank you guys so much for listening, and
we appreciate your interaction on Instagram.
Absolutely. So anyway, we went to the party last night, and it took place, we started at the Beecham.
It was cool because it was like all these places, they were all like, it was like a little mouse maze of places. I didn't know that they all interconnected. I've been to the Beecham, but I've never been to any of the other spots that we went to.
The Beecham, the Social 64 or something.
The patio.
Aereo, and the patio.
Yeah.
So it was like you said, a little maze. They had some different food vendors there. It was
Ale House wings, pub subs from Publix.
Yeah, it was nice to go and see Orlando.
But we were kind of bummed because I don't know what we had in our minds, but we thought like, we're going to get to meet people and talk to people and carry on conversations with some of the movers and shakers in Orlando. And we were literally screaming at each other. We're like, oh, this drink is good, right? Yeah, what'd you say? The music was so loud.
It was definitely a party.
It was a party. And, we're grandma and grandpa, so... we didn't get to talk to anybody, but we had a good time.
Yeah, it was great to go out and see the Orlando crowd. And
one of the places had a room that was like, you put on these headphones and you're just listening to someone DJ through the headphones. So if you walk into the room, everybody's like dancing, but there's no music.
It's quiet. And I think there was 2 DJs, so you got to pick which DJ
the
you were
blue
listening
channel
to.
Or the green channel.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. They had glow necklaces. One room, they had people playing music. They were playing trumpet. And what was that guy playing? He was playing some other instrument. I can't remember which one. Then there was a violinist that we missed, but I did see her on Instagram. She must have been there later. She had sparkly high heels and a glowing bow for her violin.
So after the party, we were still hungry, so we decided to go over to Pom Pom's Tea House and Sandwicheria.
We've been drooling over their Instagram because they have the Instagram with all the sandwiches where they pull it apart and all the cheese falls out.
Well, yours was extremely cheesy.
It was a little too cheesy. But I was just kind of bummed because I was like, I had my heart set on tomato soup, and they only have one soup of the day there, and tomato soup is on Mondays. And yesterday was what? Wednesday?
When it was Wednesday, so unfortunately you didn't get your tomato soup. But my sandwich was good. I had their special. It was like macaroni and cheese and chorizo.
Yeah.
It was good. But my favorite thing, the most unique thing that I had was that they had the tea.
Oh, it tasted like chocolate.
So it was a chocolate tea, and I wasn't really sure what to expect from it. But turns out that I thought it was going to be milky. Like I thought there was, but there was no milk
strange.
in it.
Like when you drink it, it tastes like it looks like water. It looks like tea, but then you drink it and then you get like an after shot of chocolate.
Like it was chocolate.
It was weird. It was very weird. I never tasted anything like it.
But it was. I enjoyed it. I drank it no problem, and it was just the right sweetness. She asked me if I wanted it sweetened, and I said I want it sweet but not too sweet, and it was the perfect amount of sweetener. So, and Stephanie, you made your own. You built your own sandwich.
I did sourdough with brie, and what was the other cheese you told me I should get?
Provolone.
Provolone, brie and provolone. So it was good.
And you requested honey.
Yes, and honey.
Because that's a pro tip.
That is a freaking pro tip. You need to put a lot of honey on the inside of the bread. So the part that touches the cheese, you're going to like drown it with honey.
Well, I wouldn't say drown it.
But you want to taste
a generous portion of honey. Not just a drizzle, but you want a decent amount.
I could have taken a little bit more honey last night because I didn't taste it in the sandwich. But it really just adds that little kick of flavor to your cheese sandwich.
It's so good. I don't know. Where did you learn that?
I really don't remember. I don't know. I think I just learned it on my own because I really like honey. And I thought, like, let me take something I already love and sweeten it up. I don't think anybody taught me that. I think It's just something I tried myself.
Well, now I do it for my grilled cheese, and it really is a game changer for the grilled cheese. It's a game changer.
That's exactly what it is, a game changer.
It is a pro tip.
But they had a really good soup last night that I wanted to try. And I was going to order it, but then Brian was like, oh, I don't think you're going to like that. And then the waitress was like, oh, do you want me to bring you a sample? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then she might have forgot, and then I forgot, and I never did try it. But it was called the Palms...
Something of the Palms, but it was chicken, ginger, and something
else.
Rice.
Chicken, ginger, and rice. It was like, I forget. It was like the Palm Comfort. I think it was Palm's Comfort.
Yes, Palm's Comfort.
But that kind of sounded like, I never heard of anything like that.
But they had a really funny, one wall was just bread.
Yeah. It was like 80 loaves of bread. I was like, damn, they must be selling a lot of sandwiches because, bread goes stale really fast.
Well, I have a feeling that they're really a busy lunch spot right there.
A lot of when we were there, like a whole bunch of people came in to get takeout. Maybe like 5 people.
Yeah.
So,
I would definitely go back and try another selection of their pressed sandwiches. They have a pretty big menu.
It was in a weird area though. We passed it. Like we were following the GPS.
At nighttime
you're
not going to
see it. We had to come back around. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's kind of in like a seedy shopping plaza
it's
in a dark area.
Yeah. So if you're going at night, make sure you keep your eyes open because you're going to miss it probably.
And they have local art on the wall that you can purchase. So
yeah, it was a fun little spot.
Everything, I guess, probably rotates.
Yeah. We
were sitting in front of a really cute little painting of Andy Warhol with like a fuzzy background as his hair. It was cute.
So your mom was just here?
My mom was here. We did a lot of stuff. I took her to the new Grandestino Tower.
Oh yeah, did we talk about it?
We didn't talk about it.
We can talk about a little bit about the Grand. We talked about it with Disney Coffee Blog.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about a little bit there, but that tower is really nice.
So you can go up to the 16th floor and you can look out and look over the whole Disney property. It's like that moment when Mufasa says to Simba, everything that touches the sun is yours. And that's what you feel like when you're up there, like, oh.
Yeah, it's a great vantage
It's so beautiful. But what I didn't know, this is a fun Disney fact, when I went into the bookshop, I saw a book that they have in there. Walt Disney worked closely with
Salvador Dali.
And I think they made a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I always knew about that, but I didn't know that it had anything to do with... I didn't know they named the Gran Destino after that whole thing, that whole project. And then the lounge is called the Dahlia Lounge.
Right.
And so when I saw that book in the bookstore, all the puzzle pieces came together for me. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I really like the theming,
Yeah, the inside of the tower is really beautiful. I think it very much is. It has almost this Vegas feel.
Yeah, I felt like it was in a cruise ship. When you're in like the middle of a cruise ship and you have like the grand staircases and all the big chandeliers, and
it's not
the way the bar was like behind the bar.
It's not your typical Disney resort. It's very high ceilings, kind of very grand. And even on the top floor, I think it's the 16th floor where Toledo's is, which is the restaurant, and Dahlia's is the lounge. This very high ceilings, great lighting effects. I mean, it's beautiful.
I want to go up there and watch fireworks.
Well, you can.
Well, that's something we need to check off the list.
Nothing's stopping you.
I mean, what I mean is we just need to make a plan. Like, I was like, oh my God, fireworks up here would be just beautiful.
Right. When I was there at Toledo's, we were sitting on Magic Kingdom side.
Yeah, I noticed that. So if you don't go into the restaurant, you can't really see Magic Kingdom. Is there an outdoor terrace?
There's not.
No,
I don't believe so. No, but they
should have built outdoor
But the glass,
seating.
There might be, but it was dark, so it was hard to tell. But we had a table right by the glass. Unfortunately, that night it was storming, and I think they canceled for whatever reason. They canceled Magic Kingdom's fireworks, so we unfortunately didn't get to see. But for some reason, over on the Studios Epcot side, they were doing fireworks. So definitely a great vantage point to see some fireworks.
Beautiful.
It's a great addition to Coronado Springs, and it really helps build that resort out.
Gets me excited now to see what's going on over at Caribbean Beach,
because
they're also building a tower.
So it's not going to be a part of Caribbean Beach. The Riviera is going to be its own DVC resort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be themed like the French Riviera. It's going to be more like European.
Oh. Nice.
And they're going to have a restaurant at the top as well.
Oh, I wonder what kind of food.
So, Disney's getting smart. They're understanding that for some reason in the 90s, when they were building out some of these resorts, the early 90s, they were making them all spread out in individual buildings. But Disney's getting smart. Like they
Which is really piss poor.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason I hate Caribbean and I hate Coronado, because it's like, I don't know, like, I'm just going to throw a number out, like 20 buildings around a lake. And if you're in, like, the food court will be 12 o'clock. And if your building is at 6 o'clock.
You're shit out of luck.
Right. To get breakfast every morning or get the bus, you have to walk all the way around the lake.
Right.
Nobody had time for that.
Right. I think Disney's getting smart with the way they're... Even in the Grand Floridian, if you look at the Grand Floridian, it's spread out too. Yeah. And...
maybe they thought it would make it look more, beautiful and different, because all hotels are just basically straight up. So they were like, oh, maybe we can do something different and make it look like a little town.
Well, I'm glad that Disney's going more vertical. It makes sense. So tell us, what else did you do with your mom?
We went to Disney Springs about 1 million times while she was
here.
here.
You sure did. I think you told me, because we went together and you said, oh, we've been here like 3 times. I was like, well, she was only here for a long weekend.
Well, me and my mom love to shop. And when my stepdad comes, he hates to shop. So I feel like my mom felt really comfortable just spending her entire vacation at the Springs.
Right.
And we didn't have park tickets, so it's a place you can go for free and, just feel the environment. And we had a lot of things that we wanted to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So we did Disney Springs June 7th through September 2nd. So this is running still for a few more weeks. They have what's called Flavors of Florida, and you can pick up an event guide when you come down the escalator and enter into the Springs. They have like a lot of different, each restaurant has special offerings that are kind of Florida themed for the summer. And one of our favorite things was from Wine Bar George. They have what's called a Froscato, and it is a frozen alcoholic beverage that consists of Dole Whip, Moscato, and vodka. And it was so good.
That sounds delicious.
It was really delicious.
So this is not, it's not like, because I'm looking at the guide here. So this is stuff where if you are dining in that restaurant, there's special items.
They're just special items.
So it's not like kiosks. It's not a kiosk environment.
It's kind of like a little treasure hunt. So each place.
Ooh, Deluxe Burger has an orange cream milkshake.
Yeah, so they're all kind of summery things. We have key lime pie. We have at the patisserie, they have an orange like pastry thing, like a mousse. We have the pineapple froscato, just some different things. Orange chicken at Morimoto's. So different things with a summer flair. And gosh, that froscato was so good.
That sounds really good.
You gotta go. They have one now. I just saw they released. It's a lime. The same thing, but lime flavored.
Sounds delicious.
Let's see, what else did we do there? Oh, I want to try the Hangar Bar has a new bacon thing that I want to try, and we should go one night if we have time.
Yeah,
it's bacon dipped in habanero pepper or chipotle chocolate. But chipotle chocolate from the patisserie, bacon dipped in that, and then they put it on a dish, and then they smoke it and cover it with a, like a
sounds
cake
intense
thing, and then the smoke gets into the bacon, and then when they bring it to the table, they lift it off, and then you eat the bacon.
I haven't been to the Hangar Bar in a while. We should definitely go.
Yeah. And then one of their drinks they have drinks. They have the Fountain of Youth chicken wings with St. Augustine pepper sauce, and a drink called the Florida Rain. Florida orange cane vodka, gin, Malibu rum, blue Curaçao, and sour mix. So that's what they have for the Floridas of flavor, or the flavors of Florida. And this little special thing runs till September 2nd. So
sounds delicious.
What else? Oh, and then you came with us, and we did, so remember Christy was telling us about the mead wine?
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about this.
So, we talked with...
So Christy, from Christy Paints Orlando, she, of course, we had her on an episode, and one of her favorite things was mead wine, which is basically honey wine. And
we did a flight, so we followed her pro tip, and we went to the
Savannah Bee
Company, and we got the flight, me, you, and my mom. And me and my mom shared one, thank God, because I did not like a lot of them.
I thought it was all delicious.
Well, we had one that was coffee.
There was one that was very coffee.
A PB&J. Was there a PB&J one?
No,
she was talking about that.
Kirsty talked about a PB&J.
There was something else, like food flavor. I feel like there was another one that was foodish flavored that we had. But when it was like 4 or 5, well, we're going to post pictures on our Instagram. I took some videos and some pictures of all the ones that we sampled. But it was good. I think it was like $10 for 4 or 5 samples.
Yeah, it was $10, and I thought for $10 it was a good deal.
Yeah.
There was a total of 6.
It was a little more than a shot glass full. I mean, it was a decent amount.
There was a peach and love one. I really liked them all. There was an apple cinnamon one that I really liked. It tastes like apple pie.
Oh,
basically.
That was the food one that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yes. It tasted like apple pie in your mouth. Liquid apple pie.
That one was called St. Ambrose Draft Style Mead, and it was apple cinnamon honey, and I thought it was delicious because it tasted like apple pie.
I wonder if you could warm it.
Yeah,
imagine if you
question.
you know how you make me hot toddies when I'm sick?
Mm-hmm.
What if you brewed like green tea and then put a shot or two of that apple pie in there? Oh, that would be good.
That's not the point of a hot toddy. The hot toddy is to get the whiskey in your system as quickly as possible.
But still, think about that warmed.
You know, some people during the holidays, they serve the warm apple cider.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend this Savannah Bee Company mead tasting. I think it's a pro tip for Disney Springs because $10 and you get, I think, an ounce pour on you get 6 ounces worth. I mean, It's pretty good. And I thought that the flavors were all pretty unique.
Yeah.
So it's not like you were tasting the same thing every time. The flavors
they were very
all
different
unique
from each other.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you pay for it, the person that works there, they go down the line, they walk you through it, they explain the flavor notes and everything. They also have a whole plethora of different kinds of honey that you can take.
What was that one we had? The whipped honey?
Oh, God,
it
was
so good.
Whipped cinnamon honey.
Oof.
That on a freaking Thomas English muffin with the nooks and crannies. Oh, yes. That would be so good. Or on apple slices.
But if you haven't been over to the Savannah Bee Honey at Disney Springs, the Savannah Bee Company at Disney Springs, head over there because you can just sit in there and try all these different.
They have pumps,
samples.
When you pump out body wash, they have just pumps and you can pump the honey and just lick it.
Yeah.
They have lavender honey, orange clove, classic. They have a whole bunch of different flavors. And they have. Did you have what's I
had the comb.
The comb.
The honeycomb. Yeah, they were giving samples of honeycomb. Very good.
I like the whipped best, I think.
For sure. But yeah, definitely go check that out. Definitely good.
And then me and my mom went back and did the Gaylord, which we talked about in a past episode.
Mm-hmm.
We had a nice day. We got a massage. We did another travel zoo. I bought it for her birthday.
Right. If you're looking for that good deal on a massage
Still
at
there.
a resort,
$99.
Travel Zoo, right?
Travel Zoo. Still
need the promotional dollars from them.
We would love to be sponsored by you, Travel Zoo. or a what do you call it? Where you get a little bit of money every time somebody uses your code.
Right.
We'll take that too. An affiliate link. That's what we'll take. An affiliate link. Yeah, but that was my mom. I think that was her first big spa experience.
She's never been to a big spa before?
I don't think so. I know she's gotten massages at a massage place in our hometown, but never a full resort. Spa, resort pool. And it was I don't know, it was kind of the week here in Florida where everyone goes back to school, so there was no one at the pool because it's that week that no vacations are happening anymore.
Right.
All the locals have gone back to school.
Perfect time.
It was great. We had a great time, and they gave her a complimentary. You remember how we paid for that add-on to get a scalp massage? She got a complimentary for her birthday. I told the lady when we checked in because, I was telling everyone that was her birthday, trying to squeeze anything out of everyone. And she was actually the only one that gave us anything out of everyone that I told. We were somewhere and they told us, do you want a sundae? And we had already eaten dessert and a meal. And we were like, oh, we can't take one more thing. So no, we'll pass on the sundae. I can't remember where we were eating. But yeah. And we went to Ale House, ate food, watched the first Steelers preseason game because it's football season.
When does football season kick off?
I I think September, the first week of September will be the official NFL games. But right now they're just playing preseason games.
Are you doing a fantasy?
I am. We're going to be drafting, I think, next week.
You have your picks?
Not yet. I have to actually do a little bit of research and see what's going on and see who's up and coming and see who's injured. And I need to get back on my game with that. Brian thinks I'm such like a lesbian for loving football.
It's all right.
But I just love... I didn't always love football.
No,
I don't know. I don't know when it came to me. I don't know. It's kind of like I started liking it when I got homesick because, you know, loving the Steelers, it helps, like watching the games and stuff, it kind of helps. Keeps me connected. And my ex-boyfriend was like obsessed with football. So that was like something that him and I could do together.
Right.
And I think that's, you know, it just grew from there. And then my friends started getting into the fantasy football and, you know, here we are. It's pumpkin season.
Well, I told you about
football,
fantasy league for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, or you should do that.
I mean, I should look into it.
I mean, it's fun. It is like a fun little game that gets you interacted with, you know, whatever it is you're doing. But but is it week to week?
Well, when the show's on, it's week to week.
But you said you have to.
For me, I
binge.
For me, I binge after it airs. So.
I think you should do. I think it would be really fun, though. I think you would enjoy it.
I think it would be fun
because it gets you interacted and it gets you like really paying attention and being critical of what's going on.
Right.
So
I dig it. Is there anything else we should talk about on this episode?
Not that I can think of. No. That's it.
That's it.
That's all she wrote.
Well, like we said, thank you guys so much for listening. We got some great episodes
coming up.
How long is
it? I feel like it's been like 2 seconds.
No, it's a 30-minute, almost, it's 27 minutes.
Okay. Do you have anything? You know what we can talk about? Freaking, I dropped my keys down the elevator shaft in my apartment, and I had to call a locksmith, and it cost me $120.
I know.
So I want anyone that knows anything about that to just comment or slide into our DMs and let me know if I got hosed.
Well, I don't think you got hosed. I bet you that's the going rate. I wonder if you paid a premium because it was after
it was 11 p.m.
It was at night. But the way that you described how they entered your house,
it was janky.
It seems like you...
First of all, this guy did not ask me for ID. So I could have walked up to any door and told him to open it. He pulled out this little freaking like pin. It was like a little metal stick. He squirted some WD-40 in the hole, stuck the stick in the hole, jiggled it, and bam, my door popped right open.
That's crazy.
He took my credit card, ran a credit card through a
machine
square.
Bye.
And said bye. Yep.
No ID.
No, he did not ask me for my ID or nothing.
Lord have mercy.
Like, what? I just feel like that's kind of jank.
Well, you're in a locked building, but I'm not in a locked building, so anyone could just...
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of scary. If anyone has any, you know, experience with that, reach out to us. We should have a locksmith on the show. We should have a reputable locksmith on the show.
Our next interview. I had my friend Rachel was with me, and it kind of sucked because I felt bad. We'd just come home I just picked her up from the airport.
I was probably asleep. So if y'all would have tried to call me, I would have been like, what the hell's going on?
I said to Rachel, I said, look at that right in front of these two men that were there. I said, he probably got that thing off of Amazon. And he looked at me and he kind of like low-key giggled, like, she ain't no fool. Like, probably he got that shit on Amazon. You know, he had like a little toolbox full of stuff. I mean, I guess it just depends. You know, there's different kinds of locks. My apartment only has a deadbolt. I don't have two locks. So I just hate when I go to a website. So what I did was basically we were sitting on the floor thinking about what we were going to do.
Game planning.
Because my emergency maintenance
critical
man,
thinking.
He said, you're on your own. Deuces, I ain't coming to help you. So, you know, I just tried to find like I got on Google.
Sometimes I wish I could do that at work. I'm not coming to help you.
Peace. Call back Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. No, I found a website just for like the closest one because, you know, I'm just find someone who was going to get to me quick. But they don't have any prices. I hate when I'm paying for something and they don't list prices. Like, I feel like that's when people are getting hosed.
Well,
because they
here's
just
the deal. If
evaluate where you live. They evaluate that I'm a single female. They evaluate the time of day it is.
Right.
And whether, based on my personality, whether they think I'll pay whatever they ask me for. You know? If I was a man, would they have said $120?
Well, also, if they would have put it on the website, then you would have probably double thought, and you would have maybe gotten more creative of what am I going to do.
Well, quite frankly, if I would have known it was going to be $120, Rachel and I would have taken an Uber to the nearest hotel and just had a nice night in a hotel. Because I could have stayed at a nice hotel and gotten a free breakfast the next day for $120. I could have gone right down the street here to the Hilton. What is this? The one behind Lucky's.
Yeah. The Tuscany something.
Yeah. We could have had a nice clean bed, made a mess, had a free breakfast, and
it's kind of a scary thought.
Yeah. So
anyone can just go in, and any of these locksmiths can just enter,
and that's kind of what I was worried about too. I was like, is this guy going to get here and tell me he's not allowed to enter properties that like apartments? Maybe if it's your personal home, that's different. But maybe he's gonna say, "Oh, I need to get permission from the, whoever is in charge here." But
what's the law say about that?
He just popped into that shit, popped it open.
I mean, if you weren't the actual owner, who would be liable for that?
Yeah. Enough of my rant. But it was just, it was like in slow motion. We were getting in the elevator, and it was
your
like
keys fell down the drain.
No,
That's
like I
horrible
just see
thing.
them slipping and tumbling, and then bam, straight down the hole.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It was the shits.
Well, I'm glad everything turned out all right, though, even though you lost some money. But
a lot of money. A whole day's worth of me suffering at work for that. That's how I see things. How many hours do I have to be in suffering at work
to pay for that
shit? Oh well. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to our short little episode. A short little random episode.
Yeah. Stay tuned because we got some really good episodes coming up. We've been interviewing with a lot of great people in Orlando. And
if there's someone who you want to be on the podcast, let them know. Hey, you should be on Orlando Out of Context, and have them send us a DM on
Slide
Instagram.
in the DMs.
Email us.
Pitch us a topic.
Yeah. Oh, we can also talk about the 2019-2020 season at Garden Theater starting. Ragtime is the first production, so make sure we got
our tickets.
Yeah, go grab your tickets for Ragtime.
We have a new promo code.
Yes, the promo code is OOOC1920. That is the promo code, and you're going to get 15% off. You can use the promo code online, but they also told us this season that you can call the box office and order your tickets.
This is our gal at the box office that we always talk to.
I believe is it Mary?
Mary, I
think it's Mary at the box. We love the staff at Garden Theater. So
everyone's great.
Yeah, so head over, grab your tickets. The first show is Ragtime. And it's starting soon. I know they're in rehearsals.
Yeah,
right
I've been
now.
watching their stories.
The set design looks really
They were
good.
posting pics of their costumes.
And the singing,
nice.
it was sounding really good as well from their Instagram. So definitely check that out if you're looking for something to do here in the next few weeks. Make sure you use our promo code and tell them that Orlando Out of Context sent you. All right, guys. So until next time, bye. Follow us on Instagram at Orlando Out of Context. Instagram is where you can connect and interact with us, as well as see photos and videos related to this week's episode. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. That was a long bye.
I wanted to hold on.